Good morning. My name is Mike, and today we'll review the final chapter of the book by Grenny, Patterson, Maxfield, McMillan, and Switzler, entitled Crucial Influence: Leadership Skills to Create Lasting Behavior Change. The book has gone over 6 sources of influence for behavior change in organizations. And the final chapter, chapter 9, is entitled Become a Leader. The authors go over the process of how to assess a situation. What do we need to do to influence different behaviors? Think about what results we want in the long term. That's a starting point. Next, what are the vital behaviors that we need to affect? What kind of resulting behaviors are going to lead to that change? And finally, we want to overdetermine change by addressing as many of the 6 sources of influence as is needed. We want to make change a path of least resistance, and also measure those vital behaviors, identify them, and measure them. I'd encourage you to read this book and look at some of the examples which are given. The 6 sources of influence have to do with both motivation and ability in the realms of personal, social, and structural influence. We think about, is this behavior meaningful? Are people enabled to do this differently? What are the incentives? How are people encouraged? I'll leave the rest of this information for you to look at and decide. Some key points and takeaways are not to overthink things, but also not to underthink it either. As I had mentioned previously, we want to overdetermine positive change. And the way we do that, instead of asking what's the least we can do to get the results we want, we're going to address as many of those key factors, sources of influence, so that we can overdetermine change. So we can ensure that something's happening. The authors end with an invitation to visit their website, crucialinfluence.com. And there you can find more information through their newsletter, through case studies and videos about different ways that you can implement change using these 6 factors of influence.